Our next step is to go on a road recce to visit some of the areas and see what has to be done. Yes, we saw the problem, but we need to go there and then work with the Ministry of Water Resources, Ministry of Local Government, and then the 48 Engineers Regiment to begin the process of desilting, the drains that have to be desilted. Some tough decisions would have to be made, especially with walls that have been built blocking the water flow in many areas, and then buildings as well that have been, from the air you see it clearly than when you are on the ground, and we would have to clear that, because if we don't, as is always said, you do not know when your area is going to be affected because somebody has built some kilometers away from you. But it's not just going to be desilting. There's going to be a communications angle to this. We are going to engage in a lot of public advocacy, encouraging the citizenry to keep their surroundings clean, stop throwing litter into the drains, and then also ensuring that the waste management companies that collect waste, how they also throw that waste away, because you will notice that along Achimota, the storm drain coming towards Odo, there's a lot of rubbish along the drains, and we would have to stop that as well. So
we've been to about 4 basins in Greater Accra for now out of the 9, where we realized that majority of the streams are heavily silted. That needs immediate channel deepening and widening. We call it desilting, and then cleaning for now, because the rains will be setting in soon. Where we have bottlenecks, we have to put in permanent solutions by constructing the drains. But for now, I believe we should do the maintenance issue by desilting and cleaning the drains whilst we wait for the long-term measures.
I think the first problem that we saw was at Sakumono, where we have 2 culverts, 3-in-1 round culverts, and then 2-in-1. And if you realize, they are so small, they cannot contain enough volume of water out into the sea. And if you looked at it well, it was up high, and then the sea was rather pushing water back into the lagoon. That problem will have to be fixed. If we don't fix it, anytime there is rain, the volume of water that is pushed up down from the hills cannot be emptied into the sea. Now we went beyond Tema fishing harbor area. That area is a controlled exit into the sea. So anytime we have excess water inland, the arrangement should be that we should have somebody there to open up the outlet. Otherwise, we'll have the sandband keeping the water inland, and that will cause flooding. We've been experiencing this almost every year. I think this time we'll have to get a solution to that. Now back to Weja. The Weja area is more of indiscipline. People building within low-lying areas. We have this problem all the time because, one, anytime the Weja Dam is opened, we'll have that problem. Anytime it rains, we'll have the same problem. So the only thing is that the city authorities will have to prevent people from building in the low-lying areas. Achimota, we know the storm drain. It has been there for a long time, and we've had adjoining streams or drains now being attached to the main storm drain. So the collection of water has now increased, and we still have the same storm drain. Some part of the storm drain is collapsed, and I'm sure you'd have seen it. If we don't tackle those issues, then this silt will be washed back into the storm drain, and then we'll have the volume that it can take being reduced, and then we'll have water gushing out onto the land, creating problems that's flooding. So that is it, and we are going to look at it. From here, I'm sure we'll be going around having a road recce on some other areas.
Clearly, I'm very, very, very down because looking at the work ahead and the solution, the task given to us, there's much to be done. And I think most of the problems that we are facing are human-made problems. The question is as to whether we can fix it within the shortest possible time. That is one problem. In the area of sanitation, I think both in the 5 zonal areas that we went, there's work to be done. And the building on the waterways, people are now indiscriminately building. So myself and Man City authorities, they have a lot of work at hand. And I know in the coming days, drastic and decisive action has to be taken. So in the interim, these are the few words that I want to say.
So would this be extended to other regions?
Clearly, we have to extend it to other regions because everything starts from Accra. And if you look at the number of areas that were given to the committee, it cut across all regional centers. But I have to give ministerial directive. You know, we work as a team. This is just an area view that we had. Whatever information, whatever decisions will have to be taken must be replicated in all the other regions. But in the interim, the decision has to be coming from this ministerial, a presidential task force that has been set. We don't want to be working in silos. We have to work in tandem with all the regional ministers.